Hail, Reckoners, and welcome back to The Brig in the Consortium. You there, I like your armor. You look kind of like a cross between Rocket Man and, who am I thinking of? Ant-Man? No, it's mostly Rocket Man. Oh, and maybe a Starship Trooper.
You know I never wished you any harm.
I did know that.
Well, Kirill and my brother Yanko.
I wonder if I can stun him through the bars. I'm not gonna try.
I never even fired a bullet.
Never fired a bullet, I only fired guns! What else can you tell me?
Well, I can tell you that Pawn 7's murderer had an accomplice.
Huh?
Someone with one of your CNCs. Angela would not tell me who either person was, but he did tell my brother that one of your commanding officers was watching our progress.
I call bullshit.
He's practically wetting himself.
What else?
Angelov, he felt terrible about this mission. We had our disagreements, and he was not innocent. But you still killed a man who was forced to act against his will. He could have killed you all after the EMP. Could have blown your plane to pieces with those Consortium piercing rounds.
Consortium piercing rounds. That's a very odd
I've said enough.
adjective combination.
Very happy. How about you come and get me when it's time for my slap on the wrist? Oh, and please.
Friendly my
Find out
butt.
my brother's fate. You must tell me.
Now, get yourself to the hangar bay and prepare for your jump.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Yippee! Oh, right.
Bishop, you need to gear up. We only have a couple of minutes on the clock. Come to the hangar bay.
I'm here. I'm in the hangar bay. Who's talking to me? Oh, you. Is this 25? My favorite.
It's all set to go. Just plug yourself in here and stock up.
Where?
Once you choose, there's no going back until you return to Zenlin. Oh, and make sure to grab a free fall suit, or you're not going anywhere.
Okay, fine. You have some good advice.
So, Bishop, once you're sure you have what you want, let me know, and we'll get you off this boat.
Battle hardened. Battle hardened. Free fall. Free fall. Free fall. Assault helmets, what I got? I got the gubs, lots of bullets, some shields, there's some things. Let's see if do these just not fit? Oh, do I need to just put this in my wait, does this just take up all my space? Is that how this works? I don't understand. I'm just going into this with only a suit. Wait. What if I take this off? And I can put this on. And I can put this on. And put this on. Okay. If I put it in here. Is that not how this works? Okay, so we got the free fall suit. Personal containment unit storage. I can't have anything else. Okay, so we're going to save the game here. New game slot. This is going to be pre-jump. Because this thing's gonna go horribly wrong if I'm supposed to have more gear than I am.
So, are you ready yet?
Yeah, let's go.
Good. Okay, sir. He's stocked up and ready to break heads.
Oh.
Already in a circling pattern around the terminal tower. Open the hangar bay door and wait for Wade's order.
Bishop, be careful and avoid getting shot. Do not wish to see you in the medbay once this is over.
We're in position, holding just above most of the turbulence from the storm. We should be able to keep it steady for your jump.
All right, Bishop. It really
This is
only
actually
looks
pretty
worse
cool.
than it is. Your free fall suit will do most of the work for you.
Good luck down there, B. We'll keep you covered from up here. You got nothing to worry about.
Geronimo. Well, not having a long load screen would have made that a little more epic. It's a little jarring. No, that's the word. Immersion breaking. To be like, let's do this! Let's jump out of the back of the plane! And we're gonna wait for 40 seconds. Where are you gonna spit me out? Not Grand Theft Auto. Saints Row 3 or 4? One of them had a really good opening falling sequence. Had a little bit of maneuverability. Let's get down to business.
Yes, wait, it is. There's no question that we have all been put to the ultimate test today.
This is a weird time for this speech.
So far succeeded brilliantly.
And by we, I mean Bishop 6.
Asking for our blind trust and patience with this Churchill Tower debacle, and I, for one, am ready to give it to him. Now, there is still one unresolved problem, and that is our mysterious attacker. It can be safely assumed that one of our pawns was the attempted assassin, but at this time, there is no method of discovering who it was.
I am really friggin' high. Whoa. Quantum signal destabilizing.
Here at home, we're facing one hell of a storm front.
What was that?
Early this morning at the port of Felixstowe, 21 workers were found dead in a cargo container ship. The ship had initiated auto-docking procedures, and emergency personnel on site reported finding no survivors
Lights.
aboard. 21
Much better.
dead.
Not so sorry to wake you, Bishop.
Including cause
We
of death
thought
and
you should
origin
know
of the
about our
vessel
little
have been released by
escort.
authorities. And that's the latest from here in London.
You guys see that?
Okay.
That one was a little close, but you have nothing to worry about.
We'll run a full body scan, just to be sure.
This is weird.
Okay, now what the hell was that? 2 near hits in a row. I'm running a diagnostic. We need more utility energy.
The bishop's vitals are fluctuating.
Oh my gods. This suit.
6. Get to Bishop 8's cabin. When you're ready, hit the lock and Wade will open it remotely.
Bishop 8?
After you.
Where the crap is Bishop 8's cabin? Oh, it's a flashback.
Elements in the bishop's freefall suit.
How'd the time delay? Or how'd the time things get into the cabin for some reason? I'm gonna
Are
die.
you ready yet?
I did try to tell her the free fall suit's been sabotaged. But I can make it. No sabotaged free fall suit can bring down Bishop 6. Quantum limbo.
How does the cold night of death feel as it takes its grip around your throat? Stay out of my chair.
Oh, my lovely. I wonder what it was like for authors in 1940.
Oh, I can move. Oh, he's the Bishop 6. Sounds like Dr. Girlfriend a little bit. No, that's not the right voice. Whoa! I guess I'm gonna be beamed into somebody else's mind. I wondered when they were gonna do this, or how frequently are they gonna do this, or what? Am I gonna be reliving the same area? Oh, whoa! That's the whole fragging game! That explains a lot. Because... Okay, I see. This is like an episodic game. Consortium, the Tower Prophecy. I don't own that. I'm gonna read this in a second. I read it now. So this is only the beginning. All paths lead to this inevitable conclusion. Bishop 6 must jump from Zenlil, and he must also be wearing the sabotage freefall suit, which ends up disrupting our connection and possibly even killing him. This is an unfortunate yet unavoidable outcome, but there is still hope. It is first important to remember that everything you've had Bishop 6 do or say, and the repercussions of those actions, should be seen as neither good nor bad. Your personalized universe is simply a reflection of your choices, actions, and inactions. We here at IDGI believe all ways of progressing through the experience are viable and acceptable. Let's recap some of these major choices you've made for Bishop 6 in this particular universe. After acting strange in conversation, Rook 25 suggested you go and see Rook 13, the doctor, to ensure you're doing okay. As Rook 25 suggested, you went to the medical bay and the brain scan was performed on you. It resulted in a highly unusual readings. When confronted by Kirill Angelov and his homeless mercenaries, you managed to infuriate Angelov enough to have him forcefully board Zenlil with a contingent of his men. A firefight broke out where Angelov was killed in combat by you. During the homeless mercenary encounter, Pawn 1 was nearly killed by experimental weapons fire. You saved his life just in time using medical nanite technology. You told Rook 13 that you are not a member of the Guardian Church. Because you did not convince him of the virus, Wade was reluctant to help investigate it. That is, until Knight 15 yelled at him. At the meeting with the Queen, you also met Knight 18 of the Stormbird. He seemed to know something about who you really are, but to what end? On your way to the virtual trainer, Pawn 64 approached you and pleaded for a minute of your time. You told him Wade was listening in over the CMC and that it wasn't safe to talk. He thanked you and left. On your way to the virtual trainer, Pawn 64 approached you and pleaded for a minute of... On your way to the virtual trainer, Pawn 64 approached you and pleaded for a minute of your time. You agreed, and he proceeded to tell you about calls to Bulgaria being made from the medical bay over the past month. Just before his death, he also told you the mole could be Wade, as he believed some sort of secret upgrade was made to the cockpit to protect against Angelov's experimental weaponry. The air was then let out from the cabin, and the door locked down, presumably by the virus. Pawn 64 died due to Wade being unable to concentrate following the incident in lower avionics, where Rook 13 barely saved his life. Wade told you he has to talk to Knight 15 about what happened with Pawn 64. You completed at least level 5 in the virtual trainer's civilian defense scenario. Rook 25 asked you who she should keep an eye on as potentially Pawn 7's murderer. You guessed wrong. I completely guessed. You were approached by someone wearing Bishop 8's old gear. The person's face and voice were masked, making it impossible to tell who it was. The mysterious assassin disappeared from their armor when nearly taken down. During the fight with your assassin, Pawn 64 was lost from decompression of an outer airlock. Oops. Wade discovered and stowaway homeless mercenary hiding in the upper crawl. It turns out he hid there after seeing you kill Kirill Angelov. Rook 25 escorted him to the brig without incident. You went to the brig and spoke with the stowaway homeless mercenary. You jumped from Zenlil and Bishop 6 was possibly killed in the process. Someone may have sabotaged his freefall suit. Regarding the IDGI-1 anomaly we referred to as lightning jumps, or is that an L, which you just experienced, those skewered by a confused IDGIL, each strike allowed you to momentarily perceive past events from your experience, or even experience alternate possible past events. We are most interested in the final jump into the hangar bay. We are working on turning that jump into the start of a new universe, allowing you to warn Rook 25 of the sabotaged freefall suit in time to change the outcome and ultimately save the bishop. Until then, we highly encourage you to start a new universe and go another round. We know there is much more to be learned through performing different actions and making different choices. When it comes to this otherworld, knowledge is power. Holy crap. So, this game, like, wow, I'm blown away by this. Because while I was playing this game, I mean, it was, like, this isn't the most polished game. Like, you compare this to Mass Effect, the graphics are a little worse. But the world was way more fleshed out. Like, compared to a Telltale game, I felt that every decision I made in the story or physically had an impact on up to the entire crew of the ship. It wasn't just a bunch of isolated conversations. Like, things that happened on this end affected things that happened on the other end. Like, it was cool, it was immersive, it was kind of intimidating how much stuff was going on, how many variables were in play. It's kind of like when I was a kid, when I'd read Choose Your Own Adventure stories, I would like have a bunch of bookmarks and I'd save all the choices so I could read to the end of the story and then go back choice by choice and play it out. This was like that. only I didn't fit enough save points. Oh man, that's really cool. And like the only way to get the full picture is to play it again and take different options. I don't currently intend to play this again with different options. If you want to see that, comment and I will gladly do so. But wow, that's cool. This is a really cool concept. I've never had my opinion go from something to this strong before. Like, cause before this concept of like the... So, if this game was longer, I wouldn't be this excited because I'm not gonna replay the game if it's that long. But this game's only, what, how long did it take me to get this far? This is episode 6, so 7, so like 3.5 hours. Like, that's easy, that's a single sitting. I mean, I didn't do this in a single sitting, but if I had a free weekend, I could do this in a single sitting, no problem. And just experience a completely different story mode. Man, that's... And the fact that the game's designed around it, like... I don't know, maybe I'm just food deprived. I've only been eating peanut butter M&Ms for the past couple hours, but... You guys should play this game, because unlike a lot of... Usually when I play a story-driven game for you, us, I'm sharing the story with you. This game has so many branches. You could play it and get, not completely, but pretty close to completely different experience than me. My final thought, I guess, my final little detail, which I thought of a while ago and didn't get a chance to mention, is in the realm of decision-based games, this does something that I absolutely love and cannot overstate the importance of. In a lot of decision-based games, all of your decisions are in the form of choices in a dialogue. Like, yes, I will do this, no, I won't do that. If you choose, yes, I'll do this, or no, I won't do that, you are locked into doing those things. In this game, you can say something and do something completely else, and that will have ramifications. Like, the characters will perceive you as liars. For example, in the early decisions, if the person had told me to go to the medbay and I hadn't, I can almost guarantee that would have done something different. Or a good example would have been when I was supposed to rescue the pilot Wade from that room below the cockpit and I accidentally jumped out. That caused something different to happen because I didn't physically do something in real time. Not like some sort of QTE, slow TE bull. Like, so, man, I could talk about this for a long time. I don't know. If I start replaying this to get to the extent I'm going to be playing this game for hours, and I don't want to let myself do that. So, I'll do it for you. If you guys want to see some specific parts too, like, tell me what decisions you want me to do things on, because, man, this is going to be cool. So this was Consortium. Definitely play it for yourself. Definitely keep an eye out, as I will, for the second part. I don't know if this is the first part or not. The second part might actually even be out. This game's copyright 2010, 2015. I don't know if that means when it actually came out. Anyway, yeah, Consortium. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it when you guys watch my like long play series to the end. It means a lot to me. So thank you so much for seeing this. Wasn't it worth it all just to see me blather on and get filled with vigor over something you probably find not as inspiring? Yeah, anyway, thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next game. Goodbye.